Okay, let's dive right into this explainer. Imagine for a second that you could cast a magnetic spell that draws love and connection directly to you. And no, we aren't talking about lighting candles or brewing potions here. We're talking about a deeply rooted psychological and energetic mechanism, your very own subconscious mind. Today, we're exploring the absolute ultimate tool for attraction. We're completely shifting focus away from all those external forces and shining the spotlight directly on your own state of consciousness. We're going to break down exactly how your thoughts, your energy, and your physical body interact to create what looks like magic but is actually a beautifully structured reality. Early New Thought teacher Florence Scovel Shinn sets the perfect romantic stage for us here. She says, there is no separation in divine mind. Just think about that for a second. The deep connections we crave, they literally aren't out of reach. They aren't blocked by time or some impossible physical distance. They're just sitting there, waiting for our internal energy to catch up and align. It's this profound idea that, in the grand scheme of reality, you absolutely cannot lose what is yours by right of consciousness. Honestly, it's such a beautiful foundation for understanding how we relate to the world and, well, to everyone in it. So when we use the word spell in this context, we definitely aren't talking about manipulation, right? You don't have to force anyone to look your way. Subconscious magnetism is actually this irresistible pull that gets created when your thoughts, your emotions, and your energy all move flawlessly in one single direction. It's like you become a giant broadcasting antenna. Scientifically speaking, your reticular activating system, you know that part of your brain that filters information and decides what's important to focus on, it literally locks onto a specific reality. And when that happens, boom, your body language, your aura, your entire persona just naturally starts broadcasting this irresistible frequency of certainty. And trust me, the world around you instinctively picks up on it. All right, moving into section 1, Wisdom of the Masters. Let's see how all of this builds on the timeless wisdom of the teachers who really understood the true laws of attraction when it comes to our personal love stories. It's fascinating because we see this gorgeous convergence here. It's like a true love story between classic and modern thought. You've got Joseph Murphy teaching us that shifting your reality doesn't actually take ages. It just requires one single profound aha moment of deep emotional conviction to totally reprogram the subconscious. And then you have Joe Dispenza, who focuses on achieving physical and mental coherence. Think of it as a romance between your brain and your heart. Basically, to rewrite your outer love story, your internal world has to fall in love first. Your heart's deep emotional belief and your mind's cold, hard logic need to finally hold hands and dance to the exact same rhythm. So a spell is really just that profound moment of conviction where you tell your deepest self, hey, love is already mine. Because here's the thing, the subconscious mind, it doesn't argue with you. It doesn't look around for external proof or demand hard evidence. It simply acts purely as a mirror to your internal state. If you genuinely feel magnetic and adored at your core, your subconscious accepts it as absolute truth, no questions asked, and it immediately sets out to bring that reality to pass. It's literally an instant recording of a completely new command. Which leads us perfectly into section 2, the heart-mind dance. Let's explore that beautiful and yes, sometimes totally complicated dance between what our heart desires and what our mind thinks is logical. This brings us to a concept called cognitive resonance. Your mind, by its very design, literally cannot hold on to two conflicting beliefs at the exact same time. It's exactly like trying to tune your car radio to two different stations at once. You don't get some cool, perfect mashup of two songs, right? You just get annoying static. As the mystic Neville Goddard famously put it, you cannot serve two masters. You can't truly believe you are a deeply magnetic person while simultaneously believing you're unlovable. Reality is a faithful mirror. If you hold absolute, unwavering certainty that you are magnetic, your outer world physically has to rearrange itself to match that singular, radiant belief. Just look at this stark contrast and how this plays out in our daily lives. When your heart and mind align, you achieve coherence. And let me tell you, this is the absolute birthplace of true charisma. It's that unforgettable magnetic quality that just draws people in without you even trying. But when you fluctuate, when you play this constant tug of war, feeling totally adored one minute and entirely unworthy the next, your energy fragments. You're serving those two masters through doubt. As a result, you end up broadcasting super mixed signals, which leads to confusing, hot and cold outcomes in your relationships. Coherence is, without a doubt, the master key to undeniable, consistent magnetism. All right, section 3. Taming the doubt. Because let's be real, every great romance has a conflict, right? And in our story, the antagonist is simply our own mental resistance. It's a question we literally all face. Why on earth does the mind resist this process so much? Well, before we can completely surrender to our own magnetism and step into that beautiful coherence we just talked about, we have to deal with our brain. And honestly, the brain acts a whole lot like an overprotective bodyguard. It demands logical reasons for absolutely everything we do. If a manifestation exercise or a visualization doesn't make total logical sense to it, your inner bodyguard throws up walls, crosses its arms, and says, nope, completely blocking access to your subconscious. So how exactly do we bypass those walls? First, you got to give the bodyguard a reason to relax. By understanding that we are simply programming the brain's reticular activating system, your logical mind can finally stand down. It's like, oh, okay, I get the why now. If resistance still pops up during a meditation session, the simplest advice I can give you is this. Do not fight the doubting thoughts. Seriously, let them be. Instead, just shift your entire focus to your physical body. Let go of the how, soften your shoulders, unclench your jaw, and just breathe. That's the secret right there. A calm, relaxed physical body is the ultimate skeleton key to safely opening the gateway to your subconscious. Which brings us to section 4, the magnetic love spell. Now that the mind is calm and the bodyguard has stood down, let's dive into the intimate step-by-step exercise to actually cast your magnetic spell. Okay, here is the simple yet incredibly powerful process. Step 1, relax the body entirely. Let your physical form completely soften, starting from your feet, moving slowly up through your stomach, your chest, and finally melting right into your mind. Step 2, anchor yourself entirely in the present moment. Just listen to your breath or the ambient sounds in the room, because the present is the absolute only access point to the subconscious. Step 3, in the quiet darkness behind your closed eyes, don't try to force a specific visualization. Instead, just bask in the warm, magnetic feeling of being desired and adored, right here, right now. And finally, step 4, the command. Once you are fully steeped in that feeling, you speak directly to your subconscious. This is the exact command you whisper to your deepest self, and you do it with absolute, unwavering emotional conviction. In this moment, I am the vibration of love. They can only respond to that love. No one can reject me in my reality. Now, when you speak that from a completely relaxed, resonant state of consciousness, your subconscious records the command instantly. I'm serious. Not tomorrow, not next week, instantly. If you take nothing else away from this entire explainer, please remember this absolutely crucial point. You do not attract by wanting. Wanting inherently implies lack, right? It implies a separation from the very thing you desire. No, you attract by being. You literally become the vibration of love itself. You don't need fancy external tools, you definitely don't need to force another person's free will, and you don't need endless amounts of time to see a massive shift. Through that cognitive resonance and profound physical relaxation we talked about, you align your heart and mind. You become the living, breathing spell. When your subconscious is finally reprogrammed to a state of absolute certainty, reality simply has no choice but to act as a mirror reflecting your brand new state. So as you carry this highly coherent, completely irresistible energy out into your day, I have to ask you, what beautiful magnetic reality is your energy field going to broadcast next? And honestly, more importantly, who is about to be effortlessly drawn into your deeply romantic, beautifully magnetic orbit?